Hey, hello guys, how you all doing today? My name is Mohammed and welcome to my channel today. Do not forget to like and subscribe. This channel is all about building house in Ghana. Building is something very important. We cannot live, on this planet, live paying other people's mortgage, right? When you add all the money that you pay for rent, that money could build you a house. And that's one thing I'm here today to talk about. Building a house in Ghana is something, a lot of people are really interested in, but the question that they tend to ask is, where do I start? Where do I start? Who do I need to see? And in this video, I'm going to explain to you everything. So this video that you're looking at, it's a 3 bedroom that I've actually started on. I started it in December, I think, somewhere December 2019, and it's still an ongoing process. One thing about building in Ghana is that you don't need to finish it in a hurry. You just do it little by little. You don't have to be rich to build a house in Ghana, but you have to be consistent in doing the work. Like, whatever money you have, you put it to saving, you give it to, families to hold it for you. So this is the process, right? So the first thing you need is a piece of land. After acquiring a piece of land, um, you make sure that the land is being registered as you about to start the building, which most of the time the money goes to the chiefs within that locality. So one thing about Ghana is that the lands are usually owned by the chiefs. They're not owned by the president. So when you're buying land, you don't buy it from the city, you buy it from the chiefs, because the chiefs have been there before they introduced democracy to the country, right? So that's pretty much before slavery, right? We have chiefs, and the chiefs already own the land before everything. So that is still in existence in Ghana. Like, most of the land are being owned by the chiefs. So when you're trying to buy land, it's good to contact the chiefs, and they are the people. But at the same time, you gotta be very careful, because most of the chiefs, they're not trustworthy. They could sell one land to 2 people or 5 people and have 5 people fighting. So make sure that you do your research before you buy a land in Ghana. Something very important. And after you buy the land, what I recommend people do is to secure the land by making a wall. And if you have anybody within that area, because in Ghana you have a lot of people that are not really rich like that, you could get somebody that in Ghana they call it Shemami. In Twi language it's called Shemami, meaning look after it for me, right? So what these guys do is that they create a single room or something on the land, and they sleep on that single room, with the intention of securing the land and looking after the land for you. That's something I recommend you do. If you live in the United States, it's something that you need to do, because someone will steal your land if you don't secure it. So I recommend you having the money to secure the land, and the next thing you do is to look for a contractor or anybody who is going to build a building. Either someone or someone might really recommend you to. And yeah, from there, what you do is you buy the stuff little by little. Like when you have money, you're gonna buy the blocks. Some days you buy the cement, like you do all that. So you start buying it after you're done talking to the one that gonna build the house for you. They're gonna give you a list of items that you need to buy. So what I really did was I buy the items, then we talk about how much money you're gonna take in doing the first phase, and so on and so forth. Yeah. Don't forget to ask any question that you want to ask, and I'm going to answer you guys. Hey, hello guys. So now this video, as we can see, this is the beginning of the foundation level. But one thing that I want to talk about is how the contractor get paid, right? So in Ghana, before you start work, you make sure that you ask the contractor, because every contractor is different. Some contractor want to get paid by day, and others too want to get paid by contract. So we have contracted that work for a company, and we have others too that have their own company that build houses, right? If you go with the company, it's very expensive, but you go with the local contractors that work on somebody that's very cheaper. So with the by day, what they do is they have certain, like, I would say standard that is being set already. So let's say for an example, when they start with the, how do you call it, with the cement work or something like that, each contractor or each labor take, how do you call it, 80 cedis per 2 bags of cement, right? So when you mix 2 bags of cement with whatever sand that you have, that's the work each labor will do by day. And after the day's job, you pay him or her 80 cedis, and the boss takes, I think, 100 cedis. If you don't want to go that route too, I don't like going that route. Why? Because then you have to monitor everything that they do, right? You have to like stand on top of them. You have to make sure that they're doing it. It's a whole lot to be dealing with, right? And then we have the contract level where you ask the contractor, hey, I want this job done, but how much you gonna take? Right? Maybe he or she will say, okay, I'm gonna take $3,000. And how long is it gonna take you? Let's say 3 weeks, right? So at the end of each week, you give the person like at least 25 or 75, whatever way you want to do it. So what I usually do is that I divide the money into whatever weeks that they have, right? So if he's gonna finish the work within 3 weeks, I make sure that I split the money into three. So if it's a $3,000, for an example, at the end of each week, he gets $1,000, right? So the final $1,000 I'm gonna pay him, I'm gonna make sure that I inspect the work. The work is done before. One thing about Ghana, you have to be very observant when you're building, right? Because if you don't take time, these guys would cheat you. You have to be very observant, and you got to open your eyes and make sure that you pay attention to everything that they say. When they give you, how do you call it, a price for something, do not go with that price. Make sure that you ask three other contractors or something like um, that know the job too, and compare the prices before. Because some people living in the United States, they always think that you have money, so they want to give you different prices. So you want to be very careful.